We've just lost 3-1. 3-1. No introductions, no pleasantries, no how you doing, no howdies, no highs. No ride 'em Cowboys. We're not doing any of it. We just lost 3-1. 3-1 to West Ham away from home. They had 10 men for I don't know how long. And when they went to 10 men, we didn't look like scoring once. We had like one shot on target, which was deflected and then saved. Just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I don't even know where to start. I don't know whether to start with the first 15, 20 minutes again being poor, just like it was against Liverpool. Bread and butter, West Ham, set pieces, long throws, corners, wide free kicks, Ward-Prowse. And what do? In polar opposite parts of the game, we play them at their own game and we lose. 6 minutes, 2 corners, 1 goal. It's not fucking rocket science. We spoke about it in the preview. It's the one thing to avoid. Ward-Prowse has incredible elite level delivery. In open play, he ain't really doing nothing special. But in those set piece moments, he is going to stick it on an absolute linchpin. He's going to put it on foreheads. And we fumbled the bag. We had Aguerd getting marked by Gallagher, back post, bang, 1-0. And then we're chasing the game. So then in that first half, we actually did improve. I'll give us that. We actually did get better and better. Cool, no problem. But you're not taking your chances. And we saw with Manchester United yesterday, they actually had a good half an hour spell against Tottenham, but nobody remembers it. And rightly so, because if you do not take your chances, if you don't take your chances and you fumble, which is what we did, Sterling was by far and away our best player today. He is sitting right up there with the best, and everybody else, you can't even hang your head in anything but shame, because the way that we missed those chances, Enzo was playing well up until the penalty miss. Poor, such a poor penalty. There was talk of encroaching, there was talk of coming off the line, etc. But at the end of the day, you missed the penalty, bro. People talking about Souček. Souček was on strings in that first half towards the back end. We were dominating. Again, just like Liverpool, got better as the half went on, starting to click now, starting to get Enzo on the ball, Sterling off the ball runs. Sterling on that right-hand side was a breath of fresh air. Finally putting in probably his best performance, but it didn't mean anything today because we didn't get anything out of the game. I said from this moment on, I want 7 wins on the trot. 7 wins, 21 points. We start with an L. We start this run with an L. It's shocking. Sterling's going past 2-3 players down that right-hand side. One clipped over ball for Sterling. Couldn't get the crossover in time for Jackson. Jackson again. This is the harsh reality of the preseason and now the Premier League. You got a couple of goals, great. I know Nkuku's not here, so it might have changed the way that your game is going to be played and the way we're going to play. But you've got to take some chances. And fluffing at the lines, 3 players I think fluffing at the lines, miss kicking the boys nuts. But I've got to also say on Poch, you played a 4-2-3-1 all pre-season. We played 3 centre-backs today to concede a set piece and for Antobio to score on a counter, which we'll get to in the second half. But you played a 4-2-3-1 all pre-season. A Liverpool fine. Now we go to this game again with the 3 at the back, again with the wing-backs. Again, it's changed the entire way of our play. In the one game we saw it was against Wrexham, where we played a clear back 3 in the second half, and we did not look good in the first game of pre-season. We've got Andre Santos, who played very well in the 6. He was taking the pressure of, in the first phase, receiving the ball in tight spaces, popping it, bopping it, and allowing us to play the 4-2-3-1. And for some reason, we've walked away from it. He's not on the bench today. Leslie's got ahead of him. He didn't come on. I need to see that back 4 back in the Luton game, but it should have been on there today. We played a back 3 for the whole game, even when we needed a goal. We're still with the back 3, still persisting with the 3 centre-backs, who were poor. Colwell on the goal. You got mugged. You got mugged in the second half by Antonio. Too weak, bodied. You're meant to bring that physicality. I know you're young, but you have to be able to handle it. This is men's football. It's not under 21s anymore. This is not under 21s. It's men's football. Full season. You're going to be playing. You've got to be able to handle that. Decisive. Not very decisive. Brother, awful in the second half. Awful. Even Silva. Just nobody back there can look in any way, shape or form and think that they had a decent game. You are a back 3 and all you've got to deal with is one elderly man in striker position in Antonio, and you've allowed him to spin your head tops and bully you. 3 defenders on 1. You all have one. There's only one guy. One guy. You might get pulled out into the wide positions here and there. You've got wing backs with you as well. But you're just dominated by this one guy. It's mad. Crazy. Enzo deteriorated as the game went on. His first half was good. Like I said, up until the penalty though. Second half just lost it. Everybody lost it second half, apart from Sterling. Everybody else lost it. Mudryk comes on, not good enough. Couple moments here, couple overhit crosses there. Madueke comes on, shot deflected. Couple moments where I'm like, what are we doing here? Not good enough. One cross massively underhit, didn't even come off the ground barely. The only player that was consistently good throughout the game was Sterling. Everybody else went through these large patches. And then on top of this defeat, we have Carney, who scored the goal. It was a great goal from Carney, combining with Chilwell on the left-hand side. Cuts in, lovely composure to get round the player and whip it in the top corner. Now he's injured. And who knows how long he's injured for? Who knows? We don't even have a clue how long he's injured for. Could be injured for ages. So, fantastic. What a position to be in. So we've got nothing out of this game. No points, no nothing. All we can say is Sterling had a much improved performance, but that ain't gonna help anybody. That's not gonna help anybody. So I don't know, man. I'm really pissed off. I thought to myself today we could get a win, play football, keep the ball on the ground, and if we had taken the chances in the first half, the penalty, the cutbacks, the opportunities, the headers for Jackson as well, right in front of goal. You got to be taking one of those. Just as bad as a miss as Bruno on the day yesterday with his free header. If you take those chances, you go into the break 2-1, 3-1 up. Second half's a completely different story. But then when you're 1-1 and you've had your wave, and then West Ham obviously take the lead with that transition, with that goal, which all the defenders were poor. Caicedo comes on, awful debut, gives away a penalty, and in the lead up to that as well, there was another moment where he just gives the ball away. Bullied again on other moments, but just giving the ball away. He clearly wasn't ready to start. I'm not even getting at Poch for not starting Caicedo and not having Lavia, because I don't have the fitness results. I don't know who's ready to start. I know Caicedo was chilling in London waiting for a move for a whole week. Maybe he's not ready to start. That's not a problem. But I don't understand this walk away from Andre Santos. I don't understand why we've walked away from a player that we used throughout pre-season. The deepest midfielder we used in pre-season was Andre Santos. And that allowed us to go with the 4. I'm not saying we didn't get cut open at times in the pre-season and we didn't get played through, but that was the way we were playing, and we were playing some good football going forward. In the second half, we were so predictable. It was just cross after cross after cross, getting into the box, into the box, into the box. Bread and butter for West Ham. Of course, they're going to head it away. They don't have any issues. They're not going to stress about any crosses into the box. Obona, Zuma, all these guys. They're not going to stress about that. This is normal. This is what they do. This is how they handle business. Goalkeepers more than happy to come out and collect crosses as well. We just look devoid of all ideas. I need to see more attacking impetus on this team going forward in the next few games. I need to stop seeing 3 centre-backs, and I need to see more attack-minded players on that pitch. Go back to playing how we were playing in pre-season. Now that Lavia and Caicedo are in the building, I'm not trying to see Gallagher in the 6. I'm not trying to see Gallagher in the 6 anymore. It is not sustainable. A lot of people saw against Liverpool, they thought, oh yes, this is the way. No, not the way forward at all. No chance. So poor. So shit, honestly. So shit. To lose 10 men, not even one shot on target in the last 20 minutes against 10 men, shocking. No matter how much time went on the clock, they just looked like more likely they were going to get the goal. We looked like we were going to concede. I actually said on the watch along 3-1, I can feel it. I actually predicted maybe Bowen or someone, but listen, I could feel it. I could feel that third goal from a mile away. Had to be Caicedo, of course, to give away the penalty. Paqueta, betting man, Betway, sponsor, just had to be. Bubbles blowing, all the bees. All the bees. Bottom corner, sat the keeper down, walked it. And then he's dancing on our head top. Crazy. Listen, shocking. The only person I'm giving any praise to is Sterling. Everybody else, fix your shit. Manager included, fix your shit. Because we got very winnable games in the next 6. I've said I wanted the 21 points. I'm now going to have to ask for the 18. What can I do? Shocking. Shockingly shit today. We had a nice spell, didn't take advantage of it, threw it all away in the second half. Don't know what we're doing. Hit up the icons. Let me know in the comments what you thought. In a bit, people. Peace. Shockingly shit.